and welcome to episode 1 of the Writer's Retreat podcast, and Happy New Year! Okay, so in all transparency, this is what's been going on. I recorded this podcast 2 weeks ago, and I was very excited to upload it for yesterday's upload, and my computer had done an update recently, and the program I was using was no longer compatible with the new update on my computer. Therefore, I had to re-record it, but I didn't find that out until the night before it was supposed to go up. I didn't have time until last night to do the podcast. I recorded it for a second time, and when I saved it, something was wrong with the file and it wouldn't upload. Somebody is really fighting hard for me to not have this done, but not today, Satan, not today. So we're going to jump in this for a third time, and hopefully this time it will stick. Please say all of those prayers, because my Lanta, I'm not sure if I could do this for another time. I've said this so many times at this point, I could probably say it by heart. Anyway, I really hope that this podcast finds you well. I'm very excited that it's 2020 already. It's day 2, even though it's supposed to be day 1. But it's day 2 of 2020, and I can't believe it, honestly. I'm still kind of in that holiday vibes. If you know me, or anybody who's listening who knows me, I am very much a holiday all year round kind of person. I love listening to Christmas music. I love having that holiday spirit and vibe around all the time. I did, however, take down my Christmas tree and Christmas decorations yesterday, which isn't really like me, but I did have to do it because I needed the sanity in the space that we were in. So it did happen. But even with that, I'm still in that kind of holiday mood. I'm still coming down from the holidays. And I always feel like that time in between Christmas and New Year's is like this like hazy, there's like a lot of memes and jokes about it, but it's so true. It's like this hazy period of time that it's like you don't know what day it is, and you feel like candy hangovers, and it's really just not like an ideal amount of time. I don't know. So I'm still kind of feeling that right now. I'm still, not really on a schedule, and just kind of waking up and all that. But we're going to get back onto it because this is the new year and we're going to kill it. We got to kill it. So I digress. But like I said, it is supposed to be New Year's, but it is the second day of the new year, and that is something to be excited about. There's new beginnings and fresh starts, and it's just time to shake off the dust from the year before and step into a brand new year. But not even just that, it's also a brand new decade, which is even more exciting. When you look back at the last 10 years, it's incredible to see what kind of journey we've been on. I know for myself included, in the past 10 years, I went from Arizona to New York to Texas. I got married. I had 2 kids. And I've started a business, and I've published my books, and it's just been a crazy, I got my BFA, which I never thought would ever happen. So it's just been a crazy 10 years, and I just can't wait to look forward and see what the next 10 years has in store for me in my 30s, which is really kind of scary to say, but it's reality, so we're going with it. Now, before we jump into the podcast, I did want to introduce myself for those of you who don't know me. My name is Kayla Scotty, and like I said, I am a published author. I'm co-owner of Arbuckle Publishing House, which has been my dream for as long as I can remember. I've always wanted to own my own imprint and to help other authors, and now I get to do it, it seems incredible and surreal sometimes, but it's reality, and I'm so thankful and excited for the opportunity that I have with this, honestly. My business partner, Elle, she is my best friend. We've been best friends for about 6 years now, and she's also an author. She is a psychological thriller adult writer. She had her first book, her debut book, published last year, and we're going to re-release it under the Arbuckle Publishing House ISBN, so that's exciting. Yeah, we just decided last year that it was time. It was time to make our dreams a reality. We had waited for too long, and it's just time now. So APH was created, and this year we have several novels and a few children's books that are going to be published with us. So God has blessed this business already. We have several authors that are going to be either already signed up or thinking about signing up. And including our own books, we have quite a bit coming out this year. It's going to be an exciting, eventful, busy, scary, good year, and I'm excited for that. Stay tuned of the details on the business. I'll be doing a lot of updating every week on Wednesday, not on Thursday, even though this is coming out on Thursday, will be the release of a new podcast. And every week I'm going to try to give an update for whatever's going on. And also with our newsletter, if you haven't signed up yet, at arbucklepublishinghouse.com, on the contacts page at the bottom, there is a little link, a little subscription area where you put your name and your email address, and you are part of our newsletter, which is really exciting. That's going to showcase every month on the 3rd what is coming up for that month and the months ahead. This month, we're going to be revealing the cover of Breaking Order by Catherine Kampf, and that's going to be coming out on on April 14th. And that's really exciting because she is our very first author that signed up with us, and she has the second slot of the year, and that's just very exciting for us. So make sure to tune in for that. Again, if you sign up today, you'll be able to get, even early tomorrow morning, you'll be able to get the newsletter for tomorrow with the cover reveal. If you aren't signed up for our newsletter, you will see it on the 6th. It will go public on the 6th, but you always want to kind of be up to date with things and getting to know things early. So make sure to sign up for that. And again, that's arbucklepublishinghouse.com. ARBUCKLE publishinghouse.com. Okay, so now that we got all of the formalities out of the way, let's talk about today's topic, which is not having enough time to write. Now, this is a very common saying amongst authors, especially in today's hectic world. I myself am a mother of 2 under 6, and I'm always running around and up and down and here and there. And since I work from home, I'm, at the mercy of them as much as they need me. And that's, usually what takes priority. I do find time for my work in between that, but, they do need me, and it does become hectic. Like I said, I did finish my BFA, which was an incredible journey for me. It was almost 3 years. I did it fast paced. It was a new class a month, which was hard but exciting. And during that time, I also moved from New York to Texas. So life was crazy, to say the least. The problem with saying I don't have enough time to write is that there's always going to be a reason not to write, especially if you're new to writing or not writing full time. There will always be something that is pulling for your attention, whether it's kids, a significant other, family, holidays, birthdays, work, friends, exercise, or, let's be honest, Netflix. Sometimes binge watching my favorite TV show after a hectic day is all that's on my mind. I also do believe we have a lot more pressures nowadays as a society to make sure to fit in everything we possibly can in the short 24 hours we have. We have to make sure that the kids, our spouse, and ourselves are all taken care of. We have to have time to clean, catch up on the latest episodes so we can talk about it at work, personal development, work, obviously, family, and answer all the comments and messages on social media, or somebody is just going to get offended. But let's be honest, that's not realistic. You can't give 100% to everything all the time. There was a saying I saw on Facebook a few months ago that says, instead of saying I don't have time for that, say it's not a priority of mine and see how that feels. This smacked me right in the face. I have been guilty of saying, I don't have time to work out, or I don't have time to read today. But I did make time to watch The Office for the 100th time and put The Sound of Music on while dancing around to my favorite things. And it's not that those things are bad by any means, they're great. But I did put them before things like exercise or personal development. So the truth isn't that I didn't have time, it's that I utilized my time in a different way. Good or bad, that time is gone. Just like this last 10 years. Whether it was a good 10 years and productive, or it was a bad 10 years and non-productive, that time's gone now. There's nothing that we can do to get that time back. And that's why having such a fresh start and having this new open opportunity is so important. The first thing that I want to suggest for this upcoming year is to make a list of everything you do on a typical day of your life. And when I say everything, I mean everything. Did you daydream at your desk for 20 minutes? Write it down. Did you eat a cookie while staring at the bubbles in the water cooler? Write it down. Watch 10 30-minute episodes? Write that down. Did you have a business meeting that you hated for 2 hours? Write it down. You get the idea. Take another piece of paper and write down the life that you are wanting to live. What does that look like? Maybe you work from home and you get to sleep in till 9. Write it down. Maybe you have clients for the business that you're growing and you want to have meetings. Write that down. What does a typical day look like in the life that you are hoping to achieve or at least dreaming about? Now you're going to compare the two. Where are there areas in your life now that you can plug actions to bring the life that you want into fruition? I'm going to be 100% transparent here. You may not like what you see. You will have to make sacrifices with things that you want to do now for things that will benefit you for the future later on. Waking up early is definitely one of them, and going to bed late may be another. Not going to the party or event to stay home and write or do whatever else you have to do for your dream because it's the only time you have to do it may be something that you have to consider. Another quote that I love is, "Your dreams don't work unless you do." I don't remember who said it, but that's not a joke. If you want to be a best-selling author, or really anything else that you want to do to achieve your dream, you have to make sacrifices in order to get the payoff later. It's like eating the cake and then wanting to be fit and healthy. You can't do both at the same time. Here's my tip number 2, calendar blocking. This is something that changed my life. I will be doing a podcast on this in the future, but for the time being, in a nutshell, it's basically taking a blank calendar and color coding it by blocking every minute of the day with something. Sleep from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Wake up from 5 a.m. to 5:20 a.m. Have coffee from 5:20 to 5:45, and so on. This will keep you on a strict schedule and also set you up for success because you know what's going to be happening next in the routine. Have you ever seen The Little Prince? If you haven't, I highly recommend it. It is a cartoon, but it has such good lessons in it. I love it. I love when my kids want to watch it because I want to watch it, honestly. Anyway, it's similar to that. The difference is you want to also block out time for fun as well. It's not all about work and sacrificing play. You do need to have time to unwind. It could be daily if you have time for that, or weekly if that works best. But you have to make sure to bring in enough time to relax and unwind and quote unquote play as well. You have to find the times that fit your schedule best and go from there. Which then brings me to my tip number 3. Pick the hours that is best for you to write and write. Some people have to wake up early and get the words out of their head before the sun comes up. Some people are night owls like myself and need the quiet of the night to write. Some enjoy it before exercise, some after. It all depends on you and what works best for you. There may even be a trial and error period here. You may think you're a morning writer, but find ideas flow a lot better at night, or vice versa. No one, not even me on this podcast, will be able to give you the exact formula. That, my friend, you have to find for yourself. Everybody's life is different, so that means everyone's schedules and preferences are different, which means you have to dance to the beat of your own drum. The last tip for this podcast, number 4, is getting into the habit of writing daily. This could take some getting used to, but it is important to at least write a sentence or a paragraph a day. You'll find as you come to the computer that you'll get into a rhythm and words will just start to flow out. When you're making time and sacrificing fun things to put your writing as a priority, you'll find that it's more rewarding and you'll want to do more with your time. Not having enough time to write just means you don't want it bad enough. And I hate to be that blunt about it, but it's the truth. It's not until you realize that your dream is a passion and allow that passion to fuel the fire to get the job done. Do I want to wake up at 5 a.m. every morning? No, but I do want to feel healthy and fit after a lifetime of being overweight. Do I want to miss out on family events sometimes? Absolutely not. I hate missing things with my husband and kids, even if it's just going to the grocery store or laying on the couch and watching a movie. But I want my business to grow so I can be home for the important things. So I have to make time for my clients, my writing, their work, and marketing. That's the reality of my dream. It doesn't always feel great, but it does always feel good enough to keep going because it's my passion. That one saying from when we were kids, find something you love to do and then find a way to make money doing it, is truer now than ever. We live in a world of creativity. There is no better time than now to get your passion going and actually make money doing it. Self-publishing, if that's the route that you choose, has never been easier or better than it is now. It's a lot of work and it'll take a lot of your time, but trust me, I have been in the self-publishing world for almost 11 years, and it's night and day from where I started. Creating and living the life that you have always wanted and dreamed of is right at your fingertips. The only difference between you and the person that's living your dream is consistency and tenacity. Just keep going, and whatever you dream will come to pass. Okay, so that's going to be it for me here. I did just want to reiterate to sign up for the Arbuckle Publishing House newsletter. That is very important if you want to stay up to date with everything going on at APH. It is a very exciting time. Like I said, it's just the beginning and so many things are happening. So you're going to want to stay in contact with all of that. Plus, eventually there will be discount codes and stuff like that for getting merch and books and giveaways and all of that fun stuff in the future. So you might want to consider doing that now before you miss out on something very exciting later on. In the meantime, I'm going to rush and try to edit this really fast and get it out to you because now it is a day late and that drives me up a wall. So I will see you next Wednesday for podcast number 2, God willing. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful day and a happy first week of the new year. Thank you for joining me today, and I can't wait to see what this year has in store for us. Have a great one. Bye, guys.